As you all know, I love playing Big Demon Warlock in Hearthstone, and recently I started playing Magic the Gathering, where I realized there are also demons. So I went through their library and saw that there are many demons. In this video I want to cover the main differences between them, and by the end of the video you'll know whether you want to play demons in Hearthstone or demons in Magic the Gathering. The answer will be different for everyone based on two main criteria. The first one being which card game offers more demons, and the second one being which game's demons synergize better with each other. In other words, if you build a demon deck, which card game offers more synergies for demons and how well the demons synergize with each other. And I want to start with Hearthstone. I played Hearthstone since 2017 and I started playing with Demon Warlock. And if we just look on how many demons there are for Warlock or demon related things, we can see that there are a lot of cards. I don't own every single one, but there are a lot of cards that have the word demon on them and are demons. So just based on how many cards there are, you can definitely build a demon deck. A very important card, I got this card as the first one, Battle Cry, which does effect when you play it, summon all friendly demons that die this game. So if this is the first legendary I ever got, like the highest rarity card in this card game, something like this is basically mythic rare in Magic the Gathering, and if died, so for example a card like Mal'Ganis and 9 mana 9/9, your hero is immune. Immune means it cannot take damage. Your other demons have +2/+2, so as long as this is alive, my hero cannot take damage. So if my Mal'Ganis died and I play Blood River Gul'dan, I can summon demons. So first we have this big demon synergy, a big payoff, 4/10. This would cost, I don't know, let's say 7 land and 3 black lands to play. Let's move on other cards that really synergize well. We have a lot of big demons, and here we have another card that synergizes. For 8 mana, this would be Sorcery. If you play Magic the Gathering, summon copies of 2 demons in your deck. And because you play only big demons, you would summon, let's say, something like Void Lord. Death Rattle, this is an effect that does something when it dies. Summon 3 1/1 demons with Taunt. Taunt is a keyword that basically means that instead of your creatures attacking your hero, they first need to attack these things. So it's really hard because in Magic you block, but in Hearthstone you don't. So this basically means that you cannot attack the enemy hero as long as they have any minion with the keyword Taunt. That's like the easiest way how I could explain it. If we move then, what do we have here? We have Archwitch Willow, Battle Cry, this does something when it's summoned. Summon a random demon from your hand and deck. And because I have big demons, for example, Wretched Queen, Taunt, Death Rattle, summon 2 4/6 knights with Taunt. Here we have Enhanced Dreadlord, Taunt, Death Rattle, summon 5/5 Dreadlord with Lifesteal. Lifesteal is basically life link, or that's the keyword. Basically when it deals damage, you heal that much health to your hero. It's also a demon. Then we have this one. This is a weak demon, but 7 mana 5/8, Taunt, Siegebreaker. Your other demons have +1 attack, as long as this is alive on the battlefield. Nothing, not so interesting. This is a toxic demon, but you wouldn't really play it in this deck, because you need to play it to counter the effect. Very strong. Another card is Dirge of Despair. 6 mana, deal 3 damage to a character. If that kills it, summon a demon from your deck. Very strong. Aranasi Broodmother. A lot of people say this is a terrible card and no one plays it, but this is really underrated. For 6 mana, for 6 Taunt, when you draw this, restore 4 health to your hero. So in Magic, when you draw this card, you would reveal it to your opponent so they know, and you would heal your hero for 4 health. That's so strong, and it's a really old card. I think this would be a very strong card in Magic if it was added. Very underrated. I think it's really strong. What do you have next that's really... Okay, you can also say that Ectomancy, summon copies of all demons you control. For 6, this would be Sorcery, not instant. It would be too broken. So this is very strong. I don't play it though because it's a bit slower. And this is one of the strongest cards in this deck. 5 mana 0/3, at the start of your turn, summon a demon from your hand. In Magic the Gathering turns, this is an enchantment. You play it and for 5 mana, and as long as it's alive, at the start of each of your turn, you will summon a demon from your hand. Very strong, and this is mythic rare. like rarity in Magic. Very, very, very strong card. So far there are so many synergy. This is also a synergy. Battlecry give your demons +2/+2, but you don't want to play this. You don't want to play this one also. What do you want to play? This one also massively strong. 4 mana 3/4 Death Rattle does something when it dies. Put a random demon from your hand into the battlefield. So if you don't have Skull of Manari, which is very possible because you can have only one copy of each mythic rare card in Hearthstone, so that's why it's really hard to get. Void Caller you can have 2 copies, so you definitely want to run Void Caller. And if we look, what do we have here? Nothing. You could play this, but this is not really strong. Deal 3 damage, summon 2 1/3 Void Walkers with Taunt. This is a cool card. 3 mana, draw 2 demons from your deck. Very strong, Sense Demon. But instead of that, you want to play this. Free admission, draw 2 minions. If they are both demons, reduce their cost by 2. And because you play only demons in your deck, this card is draw 2 demons, they cost 2 less. So compared to a card like this, you definitely don't want to play this. But the reason why you want to play this is if you play a creature that is not a demon, for example like Archwitch Willow, which I showed you right here in the beginning. Where is it? Yeah, here. You see, this is not a demon. So if you would draw Archwitch Willow and let's say Siegebreaker, they would cost the same. So you don't really want to play it. But even if you would do it normally, that would be still strong. So really, really good. Also, Game Master Nemesis, one of the newer cards, 5 mana 3/6. Battlecry does something when you play, draw a demon. Death Rattle does something when it dies, swap places with it. So when this dies, instead of going into your graveyard, you return it to your hand and swap it with the demon that you draw. Really powerful. And in Hearthstone, it needs to have Taunt because it's really weak. But in Magic, this would be a really strong card. What do we have there next? We have... Yeah, I want to still talk a bit about... So free admission, a very strong card, definitely want to play it for 3 mana. This would be an instant spell in Magic, probably not sorcery, an instant. This is also a cool card, nothing too incredible. 3 mana, Demon Wrath, deal 2 damage to all minions except demons. Very strong if you play purely demon deck. Next we have, what is a really strong demon? No. This could be okay, but it's weak because you want big demons only. Because when you summon a demon from your deck, you want it to be big. So you won't play this, but this is a good card. Death Rattle, give all demons in your hand +1/+1. This is also good, but because it's not a demon, you don't want to play it. 2 mana 3/2, your demons cost 1 less. Death Rattle, shuffle Katerat Prime into your deck. Battlecry does something when it is played. Summon 3 friendly demons that die this game. Very powerful. I really enjoy playing this. The art is beautiful on this. Very underrated like art. One of the best arts that Hearthstone has related to demons. Absolutely banger. But you don't want to play it because it's not a demon and it's also cheap. You want only big demons. What do we have there? No. Here, very strong card. For 2 mana, resurrect your last demon that died. In Magic the Gathering, this would basically be for 2 sorcery. Put the top demon from your graveyard onto the battlefield. So even if the last demon that died was 5 turns ago, you would still play this and you would summon him. So very strong. You can pick exactly which demon you want because you know which demon died last, Demonic Project, each player transforms a random minion in their hand into the demon, not that strong. Also very weak, but still give a demon +3/+3 for 2 instant. Demon Fire, I really like the flavor of this card. 2 mana, Demon Fire, deal 2 damage to a minion. If it's friendly demon, give it +2/+2 instead. I really like the flavor because you can use this offensively or defensively. Really like it a lot. And now we go to the lower... something interesting here, not really. No. Philosophy, copy the lowest cost demon in your hand. So you get 2 copies of the lowest cost demon. Very good. Really like the art. You have here a demon and he is writing. Outcast, this basically means if this card is in the on the left of your hand or on the right side of your hand, give both +1/+1. But in Magic it would be a bit hard because you can it would be basically hard to do it in the real card game, because how can you transform a card like this? And here we are. So I want to talk only about the Warlock, because Warlock is the closest to black demons or black cards. So there are a lot of synergies, a lot of good demons, but let's go to Magic. So here I am in Magic, and I will just say it right now, there are a lot more demons. You see it's lagging for me, a lot more demons than there are in Hearthstone. So let's just use a creature, only creature demons. Yeah, just creature demons, so I show you only creature, yeah? So nothing like Planeswalker, instant sorcery. Basically in Hearthstone terms, instant sorcery are spells, and land is basically mana or something like that. So let's look on lands. For what I really like land, this is very interesting card. What does it do? Add, I don't know what the symbol is, you know, the symbol next to it, add this is probably mana crystal, the thing that's here, not really sure what that is. You can pay 5 mana crystals, for 5 mana crystals, pay 1 life, create a 1 white, this one human cleric and black human cleric creature token, you summon this. The second effect is for 5 mana, sacrifice 5 creatures, so basically destroy 5 friendly minions in Hearthstone terms, transform Westwave Abbey, then untap. And Westwave Abbey, this, like a mana crystal, will transform into this demon, which has flying. In Hearthstone we don't really have flying. Lifelink, that's basically lifesteal, indestructible. This means that you cannot destroy it with effect that says destroy. Don't destroy a permanent with indestructible. If it's a creature, it cannot be destroyed by damage. So basically, this is we have the Jailer in Hearthstone, and basically this minion is immune, so you cannot destroy it. And this is not like a treasure in Hearthstone. Probably this would be a treasure or special event, but you can add this into your deck. And in Magic, you can have 4 copies of each card. But in Hearthstone, you can have only 2 copies and only 1 copy of the highest rarity card. And Haste basically is charge in Hearthstone, that it can immediately attack. So very powerful, you could build your deck around this, I really like this. And now let's look on, let's look on some really strong creatures. And that goes 7+, okay? Because just 7+, there are like a lot of them, like you can see a lot of them. If I compare it to Hearthstone, here, Hearthstone 7+, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, only creatures, like minions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not a demon, so I don't count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, okay, 12 is okay, and in Magic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there are a bit more, I don't remember how much I said that there are Hearthstone, so here are 13 demons, 7+. So roughly the same, but in general, in Magic there are more demons. So now, let's just check, some of the ones that I find interesting. Let's say this one looks really good. Flying, we don't really have that in Hearthstone. Willis, Brooker of Blood. Really beautiful art, absolutely love it, symbolizes demons perfectly. You can spend 1 mana crystal in Hearthstone, deal 2 damage to your hero, target creature, like target minion gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So you give an enemy minion -1/-1. Whenever you lose health, draw that many cards. So immediately by spending 1 mana on this, you can draw that many cards. Will draw 2 cards. I know Hearthstone Warlock has the hero power, so you don't really need, but really strong. Mainly in Magic, card draw is a big problem in Magic than in Hearthstone if I compare it. So this is really strong. And now I don't want to lie, but I think you can use it how many times you want per turn, as long as you have the mana to use it. So you can, if you have a lot of like mana crystals, because in Hearthstone you can have up to 10 unless you have special cards that allow you to get more. In Magic you can have how many you want, like how many mana you want, as long as you have the land cards that are basically mana crystals. As long as you have enough in your deck and you play them, you can have how many mana you want. As long as I'm not an expert in Magic, but I think there's not a limit. What is it? This is also an interesting creature. Flying, we don't have that. Lifelink. Damage, lifelink is basically lifesteal. You can pay 7 life to draw 7 cards, and you can use this how many times you want. So, in theory, just theory. In Hearthstone, if you would have this demon and you have a lot of cheap cards, and you could use this how many times you want. So probably when you have in Hearthstone, you have a beautiful demon. Is right here, Void Virtuoso, 1/1/3. During your turn, your hero is immune, and immune means that you can't take damage. So if we would have Void Virtuoso and Griselbrand together, you could use this how many times you want, and you can draw your entire deck and play all the cards as long as you have mana crystals. So just saying that would be broken. So yeah, in general there are a lot of demons, and what I want to do here, there are two criteria that I said in the beginning of this video. Number one, which card game has more demons? The answer is Magic the Gathering. But which card game has better synergies with demons? The answer is, well, Hearthstone, definitely. I don't know every single card in Magic, I don't, but just based on my first impression from everything, I know that in Hearthstone you have a lot more synergies. The only thing that I know that synergizes with demons like really well, that you can build your deck around, is Liliana's Contract. And what does it do when Liliana's Contract enters? You draw 4 cards, you lose 4 health. I already talked about this card on my channel. And at the beginning of your upkeep, that means at the beginning of your turn, if you control 4 or more different demons, you win the game. And this is the only synergy, and based on what I've seen, if you want to play around this card, you need to have very cheap demons, so you are able to, cheat it out. You cannot really do it with expensive, but you can put this into your deck, like mana crystals. This is also like, these things are mana crystals in Hearthstone terms. And so my answer, if you want to play demons in Magic and demons in Hearthstone, what is better? You have more demons in Magic, but in Hearthstone there are better synergies. And based on what I would recommend to play, if you won't really play demons and you don't care that it's not a competitive deck, you just love demons as I do, I recommend Hearthstone in the end, because you synergize and it's interesting. And if you want to see my gameplay of me playing Demon Warlock in Hearthstone, I highly recommend you to watch this video next. Thanks for watching and stay tuned, my friends.